Really? Why would there be no sound? There should be sound. Like.
Blah blah blah.
Oh wait, no. Wait, they say it's on now? Oh, they said it was on the whole time. Okay, never mind. Just go. Just go.
Anyway, so what was I saying? My name is David, if you didn't know that. My other name is Ultra David, if you didn't know that one. And I just wanted to briefly talk about a couple of games that are not quite released, but almost out. We'll talk about them more tomorrow on the Tuesday show. But just briefly, if you haven't gotten a beta code for Skullgirls, and if you haven't gotten a beta code for Dive Kick, and if you haven't bought Dive Kick because it comes out, I think, tomorrow, you should really do at least one of those things, and probably both, because I really, really like those games. Again, we'll talk about them more tomorrow, but I just wanted to let everybody know that that they're happening. And actually, at the end of this show, we're going to give out a couple of Skullgirls beta codes, more than a couple, and I'm sure we'll have some very stupid idea for how to pick who gets the actual code. We did a haiku contest to see who could be a mod, so the bar is not set very high as far as strength of ideas for these contests, but we'll see what we can do. So that'll be at the end of the show. By the way, Sensei is ridiculous. Sensei is so good. And on the other end, in the other game, I think I'm gonna play Squiggly Cerebella. Oh my god, it's so sick. Squiggly has this move that like grabs people, but it's a block. It's a thing that you can block. She like kind of grabs you. Anyway, lots of cool setups. So this level 3 focus, what I want to talk about is Evo. It's what I'm going to spend most of the level 3 focuses on for the next little while we kind of, there was a major this weekend. Summer Jam was this past weekend, but I'd really like to spend most of my time on Evo because it's the big thing. It's where the best players go. It's the highest level of play. Last week we talked about Infiltration and PR Balrog, how Infiltration ended up going with Hakan in a very interesting matchup, and a very interesting decision by him. But that wasn't the only game that happened. I might end up talking about more Street Fighter 4, but I want to also talk about Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Injustice, and Street Fighter Cross Tekken and Dive Kick and Skullgirls, and a lot of good stuff happened there. So this week we're going to talk about Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Specifically, what we'll be talking about is Justin Wong's Marvel team, which is Wolvie Storm and Akuma on Anchor. It's an unusual team, and everybody knew it at the time. He got second place with a team that a lot of people thought that he couldn't do that with, and there were lots of discussions beforehand, publicly so in many cases, of people really trying to get him to play what they thought was a more top-tier team. But Justin, toughed it out, stuck with his team, almost won Evo with it. He got to the very final game, so it was very, very close. But just to talk a little bit about who Justin is. If you're new to the scene, or if you only know him from something like Ultimate Marvel 3 or Street Fighter 4 AE 2012, he's got a very long history in the scene, and it starts off most notably with Marvel vs. Capcom 2, a game that he absolutely dominated in a way that, as far as I know, no other competitive video game has been dominated by anybody. For literally years, he did not lose a single tournament. He didn't get sent to losers. It was just a complete destruction every time. Everybody knew what was going to happen when they signed up for that tournament. They knew that Justin would win. Interestingly, he started off not necessarily playing the absolute top-tier stuff. He had a Cammy on his team for a while. He had Cammy, and then he ended up with Matrix, which has Cyclops on the back. The first two teams that he played with Cammy on them were pretty unusual at the time, and Matrix was played by other people, but not quite as commonly. So he's always kind of wanted to pick his team and play things his way. And when it came to other games that he really liked, like Street Fighter 4, he picked Rufus at the start and has kind of messed around with some other characters here and there, but he has really stuck with that character, even though Rufus is not top tier. He's not high tier in my opinion. I think that he's at best like a high mid character. But Justin makes him work and has the character loyalty and does it. He was a top player at Street Fighter 4 when that game came out. I mean, instantly so. I remember when in LA we had something like half a dozen Street Fighter 4 arcade machines, and there were fewer than that in the whole rest of the country. And there was only one in New York City, and he came to LA and he beat everybody, even though they only had one machine that he could play on, whereas we had so much more practice time. When Marvel 3 came out, he was one of the first people to popularize Wolverine, one of the first people to popularize Wolverine Akuma. Same thing with She-Hulk. He was one of the first couple players to really put the work in with that character and make her look good. So I mean, the whole point is just to say that he's one of the most talented fighting game players of all time, but he tends to do things, or tends to want to do things his way. He tends not to want to pick whatever is the top tier, except for in cases of games that he doesn't really care so much about. Yes, like Third Strike is definitely an example of that. Same thing with Super Turbo, where he started out playing Old Sagat, although I think he's come to not hate that game. After having blown everybody up in it. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. But in games that he cares about, he does this. He picks teams that he really likes, which I think is really cool. He's had some success in Ultimate Marvel 3, but like I said, people have been telling him to pick a better team, myself included, although I don't think that I'm going to do that anymore, for reasons that we'll get to. Flocker is his opponent in this, in the grand finals of Ultimate Marvel 3 at EVO. And Flocker is an extremely talented player in his own right. He's been one of the best in Marvel 3 throughout most of the series' lifespan. Extremely strong player. He plays a great team, but I don't want to get bogged down in just his team. He was the one who won EVO. He has won tournaments before, and people have been saying that it's his time to come in and start dominating for a little while now. And so I think that it's great that he finally did win EVO, because he's a very smart player. As we'll see, his pickups are great, his conversions are great, he controls space well with his characters, he does all the things that he needs to do. But definitely his team is a more top-tier team than Justin. So before we get to the match videos, I just want to give a little rundown of what the teams are, kind of how the conventional look at them is. Wolverine, Storm, and Akuma is thought to be kind of a mid-tier team. So Wolverine has a great start to every round. He's one of the most dominant characters at the start of the round for the first, couple, 3 seconds of a match. He has good options selected at the start. He can follow up really well at the start. He can convert into character kills at the start. He's got a lot of good stuff going for him. After that, there's some matchups that he can have some trouble in. He can get zoned out. He can get kept out. But he definitely has great damage and great mix-ups. So that's not necessarily what people are talking about when they say that his team is mid-tier. They're talking about Storm and Akuma. Storm, doesn't have great damage. She doesn't have great mix-ups. She has great mobility, and that's what has traditionally kept her in mid-tier, is her mobility. But the rest of the game is a little weaker. That's the conventional view. And then Akuma, his assist, the Tatsu assist, it's a good assist. It's not one of the top assists, but it's a good one. It clears out projectiles. It can be used to hit confirm for mobile characters like Wolverine and Storm. And as an anchor, he's okay. He was a really good anchor for a while, until I think people figured out some of his bad matchups that can be real problems for him in the anchor. People who can just kind of go to the other top side of the screen and hang out and be real frustration for him, or who can set things up that he has a hard time getting out of. So he can have some problems on anchor too. So that's what that team is kind of viewed as. As far as Flocker's team, he has 2 of the best characters in the game. Absolutely, probably the 2 best characters in the game. Actually, Zero, amazing space control. He controls 2/3 of the screen from any position, in the air, on the ground. His buttons are amazing. He has some of the best hitboxes in the game. He converts on almost anything into character kills. He has touch of death combos. His mix-ups incoming are incredible, and just an excellent character. And Vergil, another excellent character. He has amazing space control. His buttons, again, are amazing. Insane in X Factor. Good anchor, but he can play really well with an assist behind him. And Hawkeye has a good assist. So that's Flocker's team. Zero, Vergil, Hawkeye. The horizontal arrows are useful, right? They control space. They're pretty quick. They can be used in combos. They can be used to help pick up in combos. And as an anchor, he's pretty solid. I mean, again, he's not one of the best anchors in the game, but he's good. He can make things count. So that's definitely more of a top tier kind of team. But that's not really how the match ends up playing out. And Justin, in in the grand finals shows us that his team has a lot more going for it than it might seem. Interactions between his characters are kind of unusual in how the game works. He has some of the best interactions in the game, actually. And he has different enough characters on his team that he can deal with different matchups pretty well. If he has one matchup problem with one character on point, he can switch into another and do a lot better. Changes in how we play the game, like with infinites, have really helped out his team too. And so he manages to make this team that on the face kind of seems like it's composed of a good character and then mid-tier characters. He makes it look a lot better than people thought that it was. And like I said at the end, I'll talk about why I'm not going to tell him to not play the teams that he wants to play anymore, because I think that long story short, he does well with what he wants to pick, and I don't know that I can criticize that. So before we get into the actual match, let's take a little break. And when we come back, we'll hop right into Justin Wong versus Flocker, the grand finals of Marvel 3 at EVO. Okay, welcome back to Level 3 Focus. Like I said, let's just jump right in to the actual game. Got some footage, downloaded it, put it on our Xbox. Hopefully it is working. Hey, all right, it works. Fantastic. So there you can see the EVO crowd for Marvel 3. It's gigantic. It extends at least a few times longer back than what you can see there. It's pretty huge, pretty loud too. I was definitely part of that. You had to save your voice at this point still because you had to commentate Street Fighter 4, which is nice, but on the other hand, it carries the downside of not being able to just go absolutely nuts and ruin your voice.
I still went nuts and ruined my voice.
For sure. So anyway, I think, the names are backwards. So Wolverine, Storm, Akuma for Justin, Flocker on the right, and Justin, like I said, he has to start off strongly. That's the point of Wolverine, one of the major points of Wolverine. But for Zero, it's to get away and then set up this amazing space control that he has and the ability to convert off just about everything. And this is a major strength of Flocker's team. While we're talking about Justin's, I want to talk about Flocker's a little bit too. And it looks like we have plenty of time to do that. It's just built to kill off everything. It's built to control all the space. It's built to kill every character. It's built to control all of your options. It's built to mix you up like crazy on the way in. Justin has amazing blocking, as always, but like I said, the ability to convert is a huge part of Flocker's team, and you can see it there on that grab. And he can kill, although he ends up screwing it up. So this is a different matchup. We saw a little bit of Wolverine versus Storm. We'll talk about that more later. But Storm versus Wolverine versus Zero. But Storm versus Zero is a different story. So let's back up a little bit here. So Wolverine versus Zero. That's right. It does this craziness. Wolverine versus Zero. After the start is annoying for Wolverine because Zero controls so much space and it's just kind of tough for him to get back in. Storm is different. So she goes up into the air. She has this great air mobility. She can block while she's doing the float. She just has a lot of great stuff going for her. And another thing I was talking about in terms of interactions between characters, he has three of the best actually, team hyper combos in the whole game when it comes to Storm plus Wolverine. Any of those combinations essentially, but Storm is the important part because Storm has the OTG. She has super low damage scaling on that super, and it's just crazy. So she kills in situations that you wouldn't necessarily expect. And here's the anchor that I talked about, Anchor Hawkeye. Definitely capable. He can kill. Yeah, that's gonna be about that. Always a concern. Yeah, it just goes for level 3. But take to heart the thing about Storm. Another problem for her traditionally is that from a range, she doesn't really have mix-ups. She can come in with Tri-Dash really well, but unless you go with a super jump way up high into the sky, she can't really get an overhead out of it. So it's only like the best Storm players that can keep her looking fast and also make her go high enough that she can actually come down with an overhead attack. And so that's a big part of Justin's Storm play, is that he does have that kind of mobility, that hit and run Storm mobility. This is what I was talking about with Wolverine versus Zero. He can have a real tough time getting kept out, but he doesn't like it. He goes into Storm, which I think makes a lot more sense because she can just stay mobile. And the thing is that even as she's moving around, she can block to some degree, which is really nice for her. So she can approach, she can stay away against Zero. This character Zero is just a lot less of a threat to her than it is for Wolverine. But Justin goes into her, trying to just see an opportunity. It's one of Justin's hallmarks, is the ability to just wait his opponent out, look for one opportunity, just stay patient, and try to find something. Meanwhile, Flocker just controlling a ton of space. I mean, same kind of thing for him. He will definitely take the time to actually look for a setup. He won't necessarily go in, as we know some Zero players will. He'll try to wait it out. A lot of slow play in this. And Justin sees that he's hitting the assist. That's another huge strength for Storm, is the ability to blow up assists. To snipe in a DHC or by herself in that kind of situation, go for the kill. And she comes in finally for one thing. So you can see how long Justin was able to play as Storm against Zero. It's not really a normal kind of thing. Most characters can't really do that. But she has the ability to stay patient. And Justin, as Justin will do, lets the assist do a lot of his work. That's one of the interesting things about how he plays that Akuma Tatsu assist, is that it's a lot more of a workhorse than it is for a lot of people. He lets it attack for him rather than just approach. But again, Hawkeye Anchor, out of X Factor, so much slower, much less damaging. And Storm can just kind of stay away and be annoying for him. Although I guess we're not going to get to see that in this game too much. But Justin's Akuma is still available to him in a matchup that's certainly not one of his worst matchups. And he starts it off with the grab. It's not like either one of these players is working with something like Vergil on Anchor. Oh man, he missed the S? Dang. Yeah, but needed anything. Crouching M is fine. And so it's 1-1. These guys go right down to the end of it, by the way. That's why I'm trying to just let it rock for the most part. I don't want to pause too often, or else we'll just not get through this. So we're back to this Wolverine situation. Already the assist has been blown up, so Wolverine's kind of on his own. Flocker definitely has the ability to hurt assist too, just not maybe to quite the extent that Storm has. Justin just playing safely, patiently. And yeah, okay, cool, this is when he does this. So this is a big part of his game. His characters all have air supers and ground supers, which means that they can all DHC over to Storm at any time. And a lot of characters, a lot of teams can't really do that. They can only look for a snipe like that in certain situations, but that's not true for Justin. So he has, again, what appears to be kind of a mid-tier team, but it has more options than you might think at first glance. That's what I'm talking about. Storm actually comes in with a high attack. Try for the whiff punish, not quite there. And you can see Justin again playing very patiently against Vergil. Oh man, they're just ranges where who even knows which way to block that super. It's pretty nuts. And Vergil, obviously a giant strength in Flocker's team. In X Factor, he is completely nuts. He has setups without it that are crazy. He can touch a death without it. But with it, he's the scariest character. Justin X Factors, he sees what was just about to happen to him with the Hawkeye assist. So he X Factored, made himself safe. Great reactions and the mobility of Wolverine. But, you know, like I said, he uses the Akuma assist differently than a lot of people. It's the attacker in a lot of cases, and it was there too. Lots of mix-up attempts in the corner. And he actually had a couple of hits there, but I just didn't see it in time. So Hawkeye, very smart play by Flocker, just tried to play patient. He dashed under Wolverine ultimately to find the occasion. And again, this ability to snipe Justin has with both Storm and Akuma from full screen, so strong for him. And at this point, Hawkeye has plenty of meter, but as you can see, low on life. His ability to approach is not that great. That big floaty jump is a problem. Justin punishes it with the fireball and just gets out of there. So Justin Wong, remember, this is in the first set that they played, 2-3 out of 5 sets. So he's up 2-1 to try to reset the bracket. And Flocker's done a great job of neutralizing one of Justin's main benefits, which is start of the round. Justin doesn't really play crazy go nuts Wolverine at the start of the round for the most part. He is a little bit more patient than some people, but that is still one of the huge benefits to playing that character, and Flocker's done a great job of not making it count that much. So Justin playing patiently. Remember, we already saw him wait up for 2 bars to try to DHC into Storm in case he sees an assist or if he sees a vulnerable 0. So he's okay with waiting things out, playing a little patiently, looking for his spots. And Flocker, in the meantime, tons of chip, tons of space control. And you see now that Flocker sees that Justin has 2 bars. Very smartly, he stops calling assists that often. Oh my god. And of course, right then, as soon as the assist is called, Justin, I guess, hears it and goes for the DHC over to Storm. So now not only does he have half-life gone on Hawkeye, but he has a much better character matchup for himself, too, in Storm versus 0. Super smart play by Justin, just waiting for the assist call. Yeah, that's a nice setup right there, huh?
So good.
Trying to build a bar, he does. And it's going to be enough. So Justin now starts against Vergil with Wolverine. Had the ability to get the mix-up, but there's one of the big benefits to Vergil, another one of them. We talked about a couple of them, but the hitboxes on this character are crazy. His buttons, each of them, I mean, if you haven't seen what the hit spheres look like, and you want a bit of a chuckle, just go check them out. Pretty much nonsense. So he finds the hit with the round trip setup and goes for level 4, just does way too much damage. And that is that. So 2-2. He's a good guy. Flocker,
Yeah,
I like him.
Flocker's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Trying to whiff punish there with Wolverine, but Justin, like I said, playing patiently. He's playing fine, even though he doesn't have a great character matchup for himself. He wanted to play patiently. Great mix up there by Flocker to just get to the other side and release Buster to start things off. So that ability for Justin to wait out with Wolverine and look for the snipe with Storm, not going to come up in this game. So now Storm has to come in, make a terrible guess, a bunch of terrible guesses actually, and just couldn't get the whole way. As you can see, 0, his mix-ups, pretty crazy. None of Justin's characters have that kind of amazing mix-up vortex on incoming characters. It has some good mix-ups, don't get me wrong, but it's not really like a 0. So Justin's just down to Akuma at this point. And another thing you got to know about Justin, we talked a little bit about his background, but we didn't talk too much about the fact that he's known as one of the best comeback players in the world. He does not get flustered. Some of the most amazing comebacks that have happened in fighting game history haven't just happened against him. You might know the Daigo parry moment pretty well. But there are moments in Marvel 2 and in Street Fighter 4 where he has had amazing comebacks of his own. In Marvel 3 as well, it's something that he's been known for throughout the game's lifetime. So his ability to play with characters when everything is down to the line is amazing. So he's looking for snipes right now, as you can see. Pretty safe snipes against 0. Finally finds it. And he saved X Factor. Yes, he did. Yep. So X Factor is so important to save there. He might have been able to chip out sooner without it, but he knew that if he's going to kill 2 characters in a row, he's going to need to have X Factor. So two times in a row, Justin goes for the overhead on his opponent's landing. That mix-up is like never. Like, how often do you land incoming and expect to get hit in an overhead?
Anyone who touches a button will beat that.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah. And those are 2 of the best, well, maybe not 2 of the best, but certainly Vergil is one of the best characters at coming and swinging. And it didn't happen. Justin just knew that it wasn't going to happen. And this guy is having a conniption about it, meanwhile in the crowd. Look at this dude. But yeah, so smart by Justin to save the X Factor. Goes for the same mix-up twice on 2 characters as they're coming in. Let's pause it. Well, maybe let's not pause it when it's a fully white screen, because that's kind of crazy. That's cool. All right, thanks, man. So already you can see some of the benefits to playing this, supposedly mid-tier team. He has amazing team hyper potential. The DHCs for snipes are very strong. He has the ability to play multiple matchups. And, maybe most of all, he just has the ability to play whatever he wants. He's He's Justin Wong, and he can do things. He knows what to do so often that it's insane. I mean, to have those double overheads, to have saved the X Factor for it just in case, and lots of situations like seeing or hearing, presumably, exactly when the assist call came out so that he can go into Storm for the snipe. Just so many things like that he does, the way he uses the Akuma assist, so many things he does that a lot of people just don't do or aren't doing. Not nobody. I don't want to make it seem like he's the only Storm. I love seeing Deus Ex play Storm because I think he does a lot of the same very interesting things when he plays that character. I think that he is great at playing safe in a game that is not built for safety. And Justin does, similar kind of thing. They have some differences in their gameplay, but similar kind of thing with Storm as well. So let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get to the final set between Justin Wong and Flocker in EVO 2013 Grand Finals. What's up? Welcome back to the Level 3 Focus. Let's get back into Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Grand Finals at EVO 2013 between Justin and Flocker. Specifically, what we're looking at is Justin Wong's team, because it's been said that it's a mid-tier team, that he should stop playing it, that he should pick better characters. People were talking about all sorts of characters, but most specifically things like Vergil and Zero. Justin stuck with his guns, and he got second place at EVO for it. So I wanted to talk about why I think that he was able to get there. So let's head on into the match. Justin trying to make that start count, but he's smart at the start. Like I said, he doesn't force the offense as Wolverine like a lot of people will. He'll see if it's available to him. If it's not, I don't think it's that big a deal to him because he knows that he can wait. He knows that he can wait for meter for 2 bars. How useful that is for him. He knows that he can play patiently in any case because even if Wolverine has very little life, he can still do a ton of damage. So he's just trying to play patiently, trying to get in. Letting his Akuma do a little bit of the work. Flocker is backed off to a range that can be annoying actually for Wolverine. That full screen Sugemu traps and the like can be really annoying for him. But Justin gets the grab finally. Tried for the pickup. That's right, he missed it this time in the first game of the final set. And now we see, another one of the strengths of Flocker's team. Just any hit goes into character death. And now Storm, another big part of his team, is the mix-ups, and Storm from Justin, just the blocking is amazing. Huge part of Justin's gameplay in Marvel 2, in Marvel 3, in Street Fighter 4, in Third Strike. I love seeing him play this Storm because I think that it's a little bit more suited to his style. Nice snipe. In Street Fighter 4, he specifically picked Rufus to play offense, but I think that the defense is a little bit more suited to him, as we saw in his Marvel 2 and Third Strike days. Justin with the reaction to the teleport, or I guess the guess, probably not a reaction, but he expected the teleport, just goes right into lightning attack. And again, the blocking, hanging out, looks for the X Factor cancel, got it. And he doesn't need anything too fancy right here, just OTG super for the win. And now on Hawkeye with no X Factor, 2.5 bars, gotta make a guess. And blocks low, or I'm sorry, blocks high, gets picked up low, and there's the team hyper. Remember, at that range, it's kind of tough for Storm to actually do an overhead for her tri-dash there. She really has to go up higher onto the screen before she can come back with an overhead. If she's right next to you, she can do the instant overhead, definitely, but from that distance, it's not really an option. Justin again letting the assist do a lot of his work. I think that's the first or one of the first times that he's actually gone for a cross-up in that kind of situation. Something he doesn't really go to that often because, like I said, he's okay with playing a little bit more defensively. Gets it that time and then tries for the not TAC reset. But nice block by Flocker. And so now Justin playing patiently again. See how much blocking he does even as he moves around. Trying to chip. Great push block timing. Unfortunately for Flocker, he doesn't get anything more than that, but I love that push block timing from him. Justin trying to land with S. Doesn't work out, and Flocker's going to burn X Factor on that. It's only X Factor level 1, but Zero does have a lot of life to get back. Might be part of what he's thinking about, but the other part... Oh, man. Had Devil Trigger and X Factor 1. I think it might require X Factor 2, right? Yeah, that's right. To get the pickup. Yeah, so anyway, Flocker going to get the kill on her. Trying to even it up. And great blocking again by Justin. Oh, I forgot about that. The instant demon, that's so sick. Again, things that you just don't see that often are what Justin kind of makes his name on in this game. You just don't see the demon very often. I mean, it's useful. It's, as you can see, very fast, punishes things that almost nothing else does. And right here, as for why he X Factors, I think that it's because he's trying to go for the chip, and he wouldn't have gotten the chip, he knows, that if he wasn't an X Factor. And he didn't have 2 bars where he could have done like Hyper, then X Factor, then another Super. So he just had to kind of bet it there. It didn't work out for him, unfortunately. Still has meter though, so still potentially a threat. Still a little bit of X Factor. And not anymore. But again, playing patiently, trying to stay away at ranges that he thinks are better for him. Doesn't want to be in lightning range. Unfortunately, just as I say that, Flocker got into range for that, saw that he got it, and is going to get the second game here, so it's going to be 1-1 now. It's interesting how players don't remember how many games there are, because I had the same problem when I was playing. I have the same problem now when I'm commentating all the time. I have no idea what game we're on.
We miss it every time.
All the time.
Every time.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know why. It's tough to keep your mind on, I guess. So Flocker found the hit pretty early on here. Like we've been saying, this is not a great matchup for Justin. Wolverine versus Zero. Justin's been willing to wait it out. So now Storm coming in, and Justin's success rate at getting out of Zero traps as he comes in, I didn't do the math on it, but it's something pretty amazing. So again, remember, he can kind of stay safe. Yes, he moves around against Zero. He can come in for individual hits. He can do this hit and run thing, which is definitely what he's trying right now. And he gets the hit, but I guess didn't see it. Tried to get a little bit of damage on that because he knew he was too far away for the actual come in on the assist to pick it up, so he just went for some extra damage. Tried to snipe. Yeah, this is exactly what he was going for the previous time. So the assist hits, he goes for super immediately, gets the kill on it, sees he's getting the hit on this one, and X Factors it. And that is going to be that for Vergil. And now it's down to Hawkeye for Flocker. Justin safe on the way in. Like I said, he lets that assist do a lot of the work for him down there. Didn't convert it all the way, but that was the goal. Oh, that's crazy. And not punished. I forgot about that. Well, he comes in this time for an actual overhead attack. So he's made that count a lot more than most people do. Wow. One of the TAC actually died from the tiny damage that comes from the counter. You don't see that too often. So Flocker takes the game. And it is now his match tournament point. Justin really hasn't been able to make the start of the round count that well for him in this match. I really like how Flocker's just had great, jump backs at the right time. So this time Justin spends X Factor to try to kill Zero, something he did a lot in Vanilla Marvel. Kill almost immediately the first character, and then a little bit of X Factor left for the second character, so he can do a lot of damage, as you can see. So much damage during that X Factor time that was half of Vergil's life. And rather than try to get any kind of difficult juggle timing for Wolverine, he goes into Storm and into a matchup that's allows him to set things up. Oh man, that pressure was so good. Low, 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 and then just when the super ends, Flocker thinks that it's time that he can get away. That's when the assist call comes in, and that's what ended up blowing him up. So great game by Justin right there. And then again, letting the assist do the work. Justin super jumps after calling the assist to make it seem like there wasn't an assist there. And Flocker tried to get in. Did not work. So we go down to the very final game. in Ultimate Marvel 3 at EVO 2013. I don't know how those people are sitting down, because I was not. At this point, I hadn't been sitting down for like 20 minutes. It was crazy. So again, at the start, Flocker's done such a great job of staying away from Wolverine. We saw the Dragon Punch that time canceled into the Buster to keep himself safe. Justin a little bit too far to get it, but the reaction to the drop is another one of the best things that he has going for himself. So good at that. He comes in for the slash and ends up paying off. So this is the sad moment. No, Justin, no. Let's rewind. Oh man, we haven't done that in a while, but let's do it because it was so sad. It was so sad. All right, so everything's going great. He's got a combo into the TAC. He can kill with Storm now. All he needs to do is press S and then do a super. But he didn't. So for whatever reason, S doesn't come out. He gets the same motion that he wanted to get for the super while he was still in the air, and that means you get super slow startup special move. And oh man,
that 1 pixel 0, man.
It's a killer. It's a killer. All he needs is just 1 pixel to do all the damages. Yeah. No, this is a tough one to watch. I know. I mean, Justin's made it this far. He was in a great position to do well for himself. He almost had a death on 0. Would have been Vergil incoming, maybe Vergil death too. He's had situations like that before, but instead, just doesn't go like that. And now Justin, look, it's not over yet. And I remember thinking about that at the time. We've already seen his Akuma comebacks twice in this set, in this match. So I didn't think it was over at all, and I don't think Justin thought that it was over either. So he continues playing. I think he actually screws this up. Yeah, 2 giant drops for Justin. But like I said, his ability to recover is one of the best. So he gets another grab. It's not done yet. He still has X Factor. He's already been in this situation. Goes for the chip. Oh no, not for the chip. Just looking for something on 0. The X Factor. Not really helping him out all that much right now. And this is, I like his idea here, but I love Flocker's reaction to it. To do the lightning upward, to keep himself in the air even longer with the Buster release. That was such a smart play by Flocker to stay above that super, which would have chipped him, which would have killed 0. So he's outlasted Justin's X Factor. Justin just trying to chip now, trying to play patiently because he understands the angles. 0 is a threat from far away. And again, just trying to get some hit. Oh man, everything is so dangerous. And there it is. There it is. So he lands with palm, but just not quite in time, I think, to actually get the block. Oh man, that doesn't kill. This is it. Bop. 1 more hit, and that's it. Look how much life 0 has still. 0 almost died. Anyway, I mean, even though Justin had dropped these 2 major things, it was still a possibility. But like I said, I don't want this to just be about Justin Wong is amazing. Flocker is so smart, and we could definitely go back and look through this video with an eye to Flocker's play and see a lot of very smart moments from him. I love his openings. I think he did a great job. Yeah, did a great job of staying away from Wolverine at the start. He jumped back at the right times. He had Dragon Punch sometimes to start off. He played that really, really intelligently. He had great conversions. He took up smart angles. He recognized when he was in cross-up lightning range and went for it when he was there, but not otherwise. He just had a lot of great stuff, I think. His ability to convert combos was, for the most part, awesome. So all props to him for winning this thing. But we're talking about Justin's team because we know that Flocker's team is great, but I don't want to sleep on Justin's team anymore because even though I think individually those characters can have some issues, I think that the way that they interact is really, really smart. Like I said, I love the fact that they have that Team Hyper combo with Storm. That is so good in minimum damage scaling. It does so much damage at its minimum still. And same thing with Wolverines, same thing with Akumas. Wolverine and Storm, I think, are the number 1 and 2, or number 2 and 1 for that in the whole game. So he has that going for him. He has the ability to play multiple matchups in a different way. He can snipe assists. He can snipe mistakes. He has a decent anchor on the back there that he plays very intelligently. He keeps him safe. So he does just a lot of good stuff with his team. And I just don't think that it's in anybody's best interest to make somebody play a team that he doesn't want to play. So this is something we talk about a lot. We get questions about this a lot. People ask, is it worth playing a team or a character that I know is not top tier if I feel more comfortable with it? And I think that this is one of the answers right here. It can be. It definitely can be. You have to play that character in the best kind of way. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be easy for you, but it's going to be harder in some sense to play a team that you know is really good, but that doesn't feel right for you. And so Justin played around with some other characters. Spencer, Frank, he had Vergil for a little while before that. He's definitely hopped around, but he goes back to this team because it's the team he's most comfortable with. And ultimately, I think that that's really what matters. Whatever puts you in the situation where you can win is the best option for you. And for some people, that's picking a top-tier team. And for some people, it's picking the team or the character that you're most comfortable with. If you're lucky, like Flocker, that coincides, right? Like, it's not necessarily like Flocker picked some top-tier team. He was playing Zero anyway, just from the start. Luckily for him, that character ends up being amazing. That doesn't always happen. So if you're forced to pick between something that is top tier or something that you're comfortable with, Justin shows that the comfortable approach is a good one, that it can work. So I'm not going to say to Justin anymore that he can't or that he shouldn't pick another team or another character, because I think that he's proved that it makes sense to stick with a character or a team that is comfortable for you. So, yeah. Now, I think that's it for talking about Justin Wong's team, but we do want to also give out Skullgirls beta codes. We haven't talked about this before. I don't know why we didn't do that. We probably should have talked about how we want to do this. But let's have a little contest. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
You don't know?
What do you feel like we should do?
I really liked it the other day. I gave away some for an especially hilarious GIF.
So we have 9 more codes.
We have 9 codes?
We have 9 codes to give out. Yeah. Well, the thing about it is...
Let's not... Oh, that's right. Yeah,
The thing is, you wanna give them out now because I think they expire, like, at the end of tomorrow or even, like, soon. So I want to give them out so people can use them right now.
Definitely.
Essentially. So,
definitely. So, yeah. Let's do a couple things. Let's do the GIF.
Okay.
So let's see. The first... We have 9?
Yeah.
Let's say, like, the first 5 GIFs that make us laugh.
Okay.
Let's give them codes.
Okay. And then what should we do with the other 4?
Man. I don't know. What did you do?
I did trivia. I did obscure
trivia?
Street Fighter trivia and Darkstalkers trivia.
I tried that, and it didn't work.
Yeah, you did the Q one, but that one was really, like...
Dude, you asked some random questions. You were like, which in, like, Alpha 1, like, who had a meaty unblockable attack? Who knows that? But nobody knew any resets with a Q. Get out of here. So, anyway, let's, like I said, let's do that for 5 of them. The best GIFs will get codes.
Right.
And then, I don't know, something else that makes us laugh.
A lot of people are laughing because there's that debate of whether it's GIF or GIF, right?
Oh, yeah? Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Are you... okay.
Oh, I see.
I see.
How
You're
strange.
doing it on purpose. Okay.
How strange.
Fair enough. No, but do you want it to do tweet? Tweet us right? So
yeah, please tweet it to us.
At UltraChen. So if you're linking it in the chat right now,
that's not going to cut it.
To us.
Please tweet it to us at UltraChenTV. If you don't have Twitter, you are assed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have Twitter. Get on there.
Yeah.
So we'll do that.
And then the other 4. So this is for Skullgirls, right?
Yeah.
We should do it for the people who write in the best reasons why Stan Lee is the best and he should have been in the game. No, I was kidding.
I mean, maybe not Stanley, but maybe like Panzerfaust or something.
Let me think.
Come on, man. I did 5. What's your 4?
Oh, I see how it is. Oh, okay. Fine. So, for people who can... Jeez, I don't even know what to do. That's why I just did trivia for all of mine, because that was like the best thing I could do.
Okay, fine. Then the other 4 are give us a sob story within one tweet. You can't do multiple tweets about why you should get the beta codes. Okay.
Okay, fair
within
enough.
one tweet.
Fair enough. Okay.
Some sob story. So what we're gonna do is take a break. We're gonna look at the tweets that we are sent, and we're gonna try to keep things chronological. So the first 5 tweets that are hilarious in GIFs, the first 4 sob stories. We'll look at those, and when we come back, we will say who wins.
All right. Give me 1 second here. Okay, we'll be right back.
All right, we're back. And we got so many submissions. We got like 10, like 12 maybe. So these are not the cream of the crop, but I mean, I guess they technically are. It's just that it's not the best crop in the world. So good job to everybody. We're going to put them on screen though. So what we're going to do is put the winning GIFs on screen. I don't think we even ended up with 5. Do we have 5?
We have 4.
We have 4? Great. And then we have 4 other people who we're just going to give stuff to. And then the last one we're going to keep, and I don't know what we're going to do with. Something else. We'll see. All right? Whatever it is. Okay, so let's just go in order then.
Hang on a second. Let me just do something real quick.
Okay. GIFs. That's right.
Okay. Ready for this one?
Yeah, just try to time it at the start.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Here you go. Oh, nope. I don't even get it, but it's hilarious to me. I don't understand why that's happening. Can you make it so that can you reload it when you go to the next one? You know what I mean? Go to the next one and then press.
Well, I already
Control
switched back
R.
to you.
No, I know, but for the next one.
Oh, is there more to it than the beginning?
No, just to have it reload. Yeah, like that. Well, I don't know. I guess not. I just wanted to see it from the start. So this one doesn't matter because it's the same thing constantly.
Okay.
It's Bruno in his amazing sense of style. This dude from the Dota international thing where he just dressed horribly, and I guess that's his shtick.
Oh, is it a shtick?
That's his shtick, man. That's what he does.
Oh my.
He dresses like a moron. This was clever. This was clever. Yeah, let's do this. Nice. I think I laughed. I had a good chuckle. I had a good chuckle at this.
Yes, he sent us his best GIF.
That's his best GIF.
Yep. I'm down with
That's
that.
a good one. Okay, all right. I definitely respect that. And then, okay, the one that 5 people sent to us, but one person said it first, is this one. All right, James, let's hear it.
I am protector of the Russian skies. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Gabe's expression. It's this weird to the side look.
Right,
I think that's pretty funny. And then, okay, so as far as other reasons to give people codes.
Yeah, so sob stories. So we're going to give one to Anime Lover here because he had to play Chris G in Marvel's second round. Dude, I should open up my my browser history here. No, I'm kidding. Okay. We're going to give one to Super Turbo here because his community is small. And I don't know what he means by I'm dying as.
I think he's Super Turbo.
Oh, I see. Okay, so my tears can only. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then I have to give one to my good old buddy Fighting Game English here because he said so. No, I mean honestly, this guy is very cool. I met him at Evo, and I really would love to give this to him. So, and then of course the last one we're gonna give to is Billy Ass Man Gun. He deserves a schoolgirl's code because he doesn't do anything but tweet about farting buttholes and jacking off. So he needs a new game.
Dude, I'd be doing the same thing if I were in his position. It must be hilarious to be fully anonymous on Twitter. I did that for a while. I had a joke account that I kept up for a little while, but I don't know. I quit because the meme kind of ran out.
Oh yeah, I knew. I remember.
Yeah, I was Raffle Grundy.
Yeah.
And then you know what the stupid thing was? Is I killed that account, I deleted it like right before Injustice came out. I knew that Grundy was a character in the game, but like I didn't keep it for.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I felt mad at myself for doing that. But anyway, so what we're gonna do is send DMs over to those people.
Yep.
What sent us tweets, and we're gonna have some codes for you there. And we have one more code. I don't know what we're gonna do with it.
We'll figure it out. Try to redeem it
Jack
quick.
off and fart with buttholes on it.
Yeah, I mean, redeem these quick. These are for Steam on PC. So use them really quick because I think they expire after tomorrow. So use them. And shout outs to Nick Shapiro at Drecker who gave these all to us.
Yeah, he was definitely the Skullgirls beta code fairy.
Yeah, he
was
everybody. I don't know where he got them all from, but he had a million of them. So there it is. So.
But please check out the game. The people who we sent it to, I really recommend it. It is a cool game with more characters now. Hopefully, some of the complaints about the game, the fact that it had fewer characters, will be lessened, and a lot of cool interactions in the game too. I love the customized assist thing. It's so cool. You get to pick like random assists, which I do.
It's so dangerous too. It's crazy that he was able to do that because like some people were like, why can't we get that for Marvel, right? Dude, if you put that for Marvel, you would have the most broken assist in the game. Because seriously, they're like all you have to say.
That's not gonna work.
Is Ami horizontal cold star. The end. Like if you turn that into an assist,
man.
the whole game is broken. That is the best assist in the entire game. Because it goes boom, dun 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 done. Well, the only reason why they gave her the downward cold star is so it could be the assist. That is pretty much logically the only reason why they gave it to her. So
I think that that command grabs would be crazy for assists in this game. I think that would make. Like,
what if
an anti-air command grab assist, and you just like do like incoming, you press L on the opponent, and then it's like here's my command grab.
And then another one is Vergil round trip.
That would be nuts. Yeah. That would be nuts.
Okay, forget it. So yeah. It's pretty ridiculous.
But that's really cool that Skullgirls does that. So please check that out. Like I said, check Dive Kick out too. If you haven't actually gotten the game yet, I recommend it. But, watch streams or something. It's a good game.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow with Tuesday's show. I'll try to get this video up soon.
And right as soon as we shut this down, I'm going to tweet out those. I'm going to DM all those Skullgirls codes to everybody. So try to redeem them as fast as possible. Okay?
Okie doke.
All right. Peace out, guys. Oh, wait, hang on a second. I'm about to dissolve back into that.
I know.